Welcome to another Apothecary Minute. Today we're going to talk about sleep. Sleep is a common question we get at the apothecary from patients. What we can offer to them to help with their sleep, whether that be falling asleep easier or increasing the duration and quality of sleep. Although we have a number of good supplements that could be beneficial for sleep, first I would like to talk about sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene begins with our day. The things that we do during the day can help lead to a conducive night's sleep. The first thing that we can do throughout our day is to make sure we get some fresh air and exercise. So whether that be going for a walk outside or working in the garden, just getting some fresh air and exercise can be very helpful for a good night's sleep. Secondly, we want to think about hydration, how much water we're taking in through the day. Dehydration affects many components of the body and many mechanisms in the body, and staying well hydrated can lead to a good night's sleep. Next, we think about stress. I know we can't get rid of all stress, but we can try to change how we handle stress when it does arise. So making sure that we do things to help relax when stress comes up, like abdominal breathing, listening to some soft music, removing ourselves from a stressful situation, having coping mechanisms to minimize stress can be very helpful. Caffeine intake. So when we think about what we're drinking throughout the day, trying to minimize our caffeine intake, whether that be through coffee, pop soda, or those natural energy drinks that provide high amounts of B vitamins and other natural sources of caffeine, those all should be avoided after 3 p.m. so that they are not disruptive to sleep. Then moving into the evening, what can we do in the evening to lead to a better night's sleep? First is think about our food and meal consumption. Trying to minimize large food intake after the evening hours, maybe after 6 or 7 p.m., trying to make sure that our large meal of the evening is before then so that our body can have gone through some of the digestive process before we lay down to sleep. If you're going to snack at night, making sure that snack is light and not too late as well. Next, alcohol intake. Trying to minimize alcohol intake in the evening, although that glass of wine can be helpful for falling asleep as we feel relaxed from it. As our body metabolizes that alcohol, it can be stimulating and lead to more fragmented sleep. So be cautious with our alcohol intake, avoid it altogether, or to make sure that you have that glass of wine earlier in the evening. Again, back to stress in the evening, using those stress reduction techniques that we mentioned earlier, maybe some meditation, a warm bath, diffusing a calming scent like lavender can be helpful. And then think about our sleeping environment, making sure the temperature is conducive to sleep, make sure that the lighting is conducive to sleep, not too much light going on, using our sleeping space as a space for sleep, and also making sure that we are turning off all screens about 30 minutes before sleep so that we're not having that brain and eye stimulation, and then removing those screens and electronic devices from our sleep environment completely so that they are not disruptive to sleep. Making sure that we have a regular bedtime routine and schedule, that we're trying to go to sleep around the same time every day, and letting the circadian rhythm help us in that process. I encourage you to implement a couple of these changes over the next few weeks and see what that does for your sleep. And I hope you get a better night's sleep.